Look at that.
We did it.
How about
On
it?
time.
Pretty smooth.
Looking fine.
I'm Franz. This is Andy. This is the town hall for Concrete CMS in July 2022. It's good to see you. I just gotta take a second. Does the countdown thing that we listened to there, Andy, does it change in tempo for you?
Yes, I just posted that in our Slack, actually, probably
Okay.
right at the same moment that you. Yeah, it does.
Like,
It is noticeably
first
weird.
5 seconds.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
I'm gonna slow down a little bit.
How
And
do you
also the
do
pitch
that?
gets a little strange,
Yeah, it's
it
weird.
bends a little bit in parts. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not something you would
we're
expect out
entering.
of something
Yeah,
so
out of
clearly
electronic
made on a
music.
computer.
It's like, well,
Well, whatever.
whatever.
Cool. Well, on that weird note, it's good to have you all. This is our monthly check-in for how things are going with Concrete in the community and all the delightful stuff that is our open source content management system. So let's see. Should be a reasonably snappy town hall this week. Trying to not let these videos go on and on. Got a few different things to show. But I expect we'll come in under a half hour. So if you have questions, you should be putting them into the chat now, the comments, and I will try to show them and answer them as we go. Jumping right in, we did some version 8 branch releases in the last month. Do you want to talk about that at all, Andy?
Sure, yeah. We have released some security fixes and some minor improvements in 8.5.8, which happened at the end of June. And then there were a couple little issues in that release due to some pull requests we pulled in, and so we quickly did an 8.5.9, but now it's nice and stable once again, and yeah, pretty happy with that, to see 8.5 being a stable foundation and getting that out there.
Yeah, and that is like mostly just low-level security, best practices stuff. Is there anything PHP version-y related in there? Like, what's the crux of these releases?
Let's see. They're really just security fixes and kind of a combination of things that people have submitted as pull requests over time. So, you have CK editor updates, some sanitization issues in the dashboard fixed that we have fixed. There's but then you get some smaller things that the community has submitted to us, like a nicer version history view in the add-on update screen. An error that would occur if you deleted an express entry and then attempted to reorder that same entry on the page before reloading. So, nothing mission critical in here, but still nice to have little things in here.
Nice.
Yeah, so just some nice little things. Definitely nothing that we've been, apart from the security issues that we do fix when we get them submitted via HackerOne, nothing that we have been chomping at the bit to get in front of the community. It's really just a maintenance release definitely a maintenance release.
Nice. And that segues to the blog post that Lisa had us make about end of life for version 8 as we get to the end of the year. So in, I believe actually my birthday, on November 22nd of 2022, PHP will no longer release security updates for some version. You're going to have
7.4, I think. I
Yeah.
believe it is 7.4, yeah. It will become end of life on that date.
Yeah. Which is the version that Concrete version 8 runs snappily on.
Mm-hmm.
And so we are encouraging you to upgrade to version 9. Figure out what that means. There's still plenty of time between now and then. But things are going to start to get slippery as we head into 2023, and PHP is no longer officially releasing security updates to their version 7 branch. I think there may be some ways around that with patches from Ubuntu and that kind of thing, but not ideal. So, we'll continue to talk about this, but please do continue to upgrade. Find a way to get on the latest version. Not only is it full of genuinely better interface, particularly around the file manager, and really across the whole GUI, but it's got some cool new features like containers, and it's going to be more secure in the future as everything moves onwards and upwards. So making sure that is in the news so no one is surprised. Let's see. Let me add this to the stream. Somewhat related. Shoop. Look at that. We moved some stuff around on our site. So we split our blog on the concretecms.com site up into parts. And we made a few landing pages over here on the .org site, which is really more about just the project as a whole. So here is a landing page on security as a broad concept, just everything you want to know if you're a visiting CISO or IT professional worried about security with concrete. Get to that from this dropdown. And you will also find in this dropdown a releases option. We used to have these core releases just mixed in with our blog. Our blog is becoming a more rich and dynamic hub of long-tail content marketing, exciting posts around the power of favicons and other web-related stuff. So split that stuff apart. It's very powerful, absolutely required. But tongue firmly in cheek, it is important to share information about how to build great destinations online and why that's important, ways to get your team to contribute content and all that kind of strategic high-level marketing stuff. We do that on the .com side. It is also important to have a clear spot where we are announcing new versions of concrete or security issues that you should care about. And so this now, over here on the .org, you'll find a very clean list of version releases. Every time we do a new version, it goes in here. There's even an RSS feed for those of you who have been around for more than a couple years. There is additionally a security releases that looks very similar. Shoop. And we posted the town halls here as well. So this stuff has moved out into the project news section of the .org site and is no longer mixed in with our content marketing on the .com. So hopefully that makes someone's life easier. Certainly was an adventure moving that stuff, but pretty cool. We're actually using our own multi-site features, and so we're just dragging and dropping posts between the two trees, which is nice. And I'll segue over to that a little bit later today. Right now, we want to jump into some thank yous. As you all know, Concrete is an open source project. Our core team here is small, nimble, self-funded, and we wouldn't be able to achieve what we do if it wasn't for the many, many people in the community who are eagerly helping one another and making the world a better place by making Concrete easy to use. So we'd like to take a little bit of time to just call out specific folks who have contributed to just kind of some of the major things that we need to do. So Andy, do you want to go through these handles?
Yeah, absolutely. Big thank you to peachautomation for submitting documentation to the documentation site. That's always appreciated. And for sharing code with the project, we've got thank yous to shahroq, Deek87, biplob, mlocati, and ccmEnlil. And then for keeping us abreast of all the bugs and new features that you'd like to see, we've got a lot of issue submissions. So thank you to NickyDevilee, JohntheFish, Studio 108, hissy, spektred, katzueno, haeflimi, KurtKeunen, Deek87, ccmEnlil, Daniel-Keller, mnakalay, Systematic, hemingd, VidalThemes, goldfishinteractive, BSalaeddin, ruchikothariinformatics, danklassen, nikkiklassen, webpresso-ch, pvernaglia, brandymedia, and the PortlandLabs core team. Thank you to everyone who submitted code, GitHub issues, and documentation, and we wouldn't be here without you.
Awesome. Thank you. Very nicely done. That also reminds me, I don't think we talked about this last month. It must have happened in between. We have added a new label or two to GitHub and started organizing some issues there. Yeah. Had an epiphany, if you will, in working with Concrete in Japan and Derek, who's put some effort into making containers just some quality of life improvements. If you're using the most recent version of 9, you will see that when you use the design controls that you can kind of use from any block or container, that happens in real time in the background of the page now, which just makes a massive difference compared to like having to hit save and see if that looks better and that looks better. Similarly, there are now labels on containers, so you can see which container did I use to get this layout. These are changes that, I mean, I don't think I'm speaking too out of turn for Derek because he's super duper smart. I don't think it was the hardest thing on earth for him to do those. I think you're talking about hours, not days, or certainly weeks. But they have already saved people on my team days of effort. So those kind of small quality of life improvements, I think, are always a challenge for us to get excited about doing because, you know, they don't. You want to build big, sexy new stuff. That's always easy to sink your teeth into. But hey, can we just make this a little bit less counterintuitive? Isn't sometimes as fun, I guess, on a Monday morning. But boy, they are nice to have. So we added a label in GitHub to start classifying bugs or feature requests or whatever comes in as a GitHub issue as kind of having a high quality of life, and then also being able to track the level of effort to do it, with the idea that you know, for the time that we spend in there, so the time you all spend in there as well, the more focus we can put on kind of the low effort, high reward. Oh, this is so much nicer now that I can, you know, the hot spots aren't as fidgety or whatever, the better for everybody. So we're going to be spending a lot more time on that, you know, really, I don't think there's anything revolutionary, but kind of doubling down on our sense that, look, the quality of the tool that you're using to manage content means a lot. And, you know, with Concrete, we want to be giving you a toolbox that is filled with really nice tools that, you know, an artisan would use to manage a website they love. And if there are chips and dings and things that are bent and broken, we need to fix that. So expect more of that, submit more issues, and look for those labels. What did we call those labels, Andy?
We called them, I think they were called quality of life. Let me grab them because there's like 6 labels spread across sort of 2 categories. So if we go into the issues and we go into the labels. All right. So yeah, there's they're under the enhancement banner kind of. So they're enhancement level of effort 1, 2, and 3. So the easiest enhancements are the ones that have a 1 level of effort. So these are things that, like, you know, we should just, like, unless there's really something, unless there's just way more important things to worry about, those are the things that we should really worry about, especially when they are paired with enhancements quality of life 3. So the second sort of matrix there is enhancement quality of life 1, 2, or 3. And, you know, items under 1 will have kind of a negligible impact on your day-to-day with Concrete. 2 is sort of moderate, and then 3 is significant. And so it's easy to see, like, anything that you can filter in there that has a level of effort 1 with a quality of life 3. For example, being able to see the name of a container, like, that would probably be a level of effort, probably pretty much a 1, maybe a 2 to make it look nice, or to, you know, get it in all cases. But it's definitely a quality of life 3 type of improvement. And so things of that nature, like and the in-page design stuff would probably be a enhancement level of effort 3, because I know that was pretty significant to get it to change in real time and required a lot of rewriting of some JavaScript, but it was certainly a quality of life 3. So it's sort of anything that's tagged with quality of life 3, it should probably be a question of when and how to get that done, as opposed to if, and it's just a matter of finding the time. So definitely look for those, and we will do our best to apply those to enhancements that come through, and also probably some bugs as well, because it's nice to know, you know, not all bugs are created equal either. So yeah, that's what those are, and that's what you can expect to see them on.
Yeah. That's the stuff we're looking for. So keep submitting those issues, and those are the ones we're going to lob off and get done. All right. Forging ahead, the Golden Baton. Every month, the Golden Baton is awarded to a community member that has just done something outstanding and, you know, and really kind of helped others in a significant way. You can only win it once. When you win it, you have the option to pass it on to somebody else. So, you know, it is the type of thing that as one community member sees contributions from another, it can kind of bounce around for a while. Last month, we gave it to Parasec, who has been around for quite some time and has just knocked forum post after forum post out, and often has been very, very helpful for we have a chance to. You get, the much lauded Golden Baton badge. You also get $250 worth of marketplace credit, so you can go buy stuff for free, I suppose. Try out different add-ons and themes that matter to you, and of course our eternal gratitude. Parasec was very thankful, asked us, hey, can you pick somebody to pass it along to for me next month, which I am now going to do. This person has also been around our community since 2011. So a concrete veteran, has just consistently helped people, gone out of his way to do whatever he can to get people the answers that they're looking for. Without further ado, let me add to the stream. Boom. David Gibson, Concrete Owl. Yeah, huzzah. He's in the UK, does lots of stuff. You can see these achievements that he has accumulated over years of being an active member. Points. Yeah, 100,000 karma points, 9 years of being here. And if I come over to the forums, you can see even since we just relaunched the forums in the last year, continues to be just a really active helper. So look at that. Loved by all sorts of members of our team. So thank you very much, Concrete Owl, David Gibson. We appreciate you. And you are the Golden Baton holder. So you'll be hearing from our crew as you get the badge and the credit. And thank you for everything you've done.
Congratulations.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Next up, we're going to check in with the PRB team to see what new add-ons have been submitted and approved. I also know that John is in this video going to do a intro on how to actually submit add-ons and themes. And I'm giving you a full warning, I'm going to cut them off on that. We post the PRB video to YouTube separately as well. So I'm going to get them a little bit of an intro, but then I'm going to cut back to us because it is like 11 minutes. And I don't think everybody needs to see every step in that in this format. But we will post this video separately to YouTube. And you can use that as a reference.
In today's PRB video, we have something a little different. First, I will be presenting you the latest packages in the marketplace. Then John will follow with a detailed explanation of the process of submitting a package to the marketplace. He'll use his own latest submission as an example. So let's go. First package, File Nav Templates by JohntheFish. This package offers a set of 2 block templates, one for the core file block and one for the core document library block. Very simply, these templates will make links to files look like links from the AutoNav block. A bullet list you can still style however you like. This is especially interesting for a document library block that presents the file list as a table by default. This package is free in the marketplace and it's V9 ready. Our second package is RM Instagram Feed by user RichMade. This package includes a simple block to present your Instagram feed as a list of images. It offers some simple but effective design options, such as single or multi-column layout, customizable colors, and rollover effects. You will need an Instagram API key for this, of course, but it also comes with a default example key for you to test. With all the changes in the Instagram API in the last few years, Instagram blocks have a tendency to break, so it's nice to have a simpler one that's up to date. This package costs $15 in the marketplace. It is for Concrete V9 only and requires PHP 7. And finally, another very useful package, Import Users by user XB385. This package does one thing very well. It imports lists of users from a CSV file. It uses the bare minimum, email, username, and password, but will make things very easy for you. It can check for existing users by email, It offers a CSV template so you know exactly how to format your file. And it will let you do a test run with the possibility to display only errors and even warn you if passwords are too weak. This package is $15 in the marketplace. And despite what it says on the page, it is for Concrete V9 and Concrete V9 only. There must be a bug in the marketplace. That's it for me. Thank you. And I will let John show you how to submit your packages to the marketplace. Thank you again. Bye.
Thank you, Noor. As we've seen, marketplace add-ons don't need to be enormous. There are many simple and quite useful add-ons that are a variation of an existing block, or a few block templates, or a convenient way of managing some embed codes for a third-party service. These are the kind of add-ons that most developers have in their cupboards and that others could benefit from. So perhaps you should think about getting some of the stuff in your cupboard into the marketplace and help others out. It's that kind of add-on is a good way to get started contributing to the marketplace, and a good way of learning the process before doing anything big. What I'm going to do today is show you the process of submitting an add-on to the marketplace.
Actually, we're going to do that in a separate video. Sorry, John. This is a half hour. That video is helpful. We will post that to YouTube as we do every month. So if you're got an add-on and you want to submit it, there is a very thorough step-by-step video there from John on how to do that. And I wholly agree with John that it doesn't take a tremendous amount of effort to find something, as he said, in your cupboard that might help somebody else. And think about how nice that is when you find, and you can monetize that too. It's nice to have some recurring revenue, even a small stream from a simple add-on. Pretty low level of effort to keep it behaving, and makes the world a better place. So heed his call and go check out this video on our YouTube for detailed instructions. There's also a page underneath, on our site, underneath extensions, you can find written instructions on how to do this as well. Okay, let's see. I want to get into show and tell, and I've got a few different things to show and to tell. The first one is I want to show off our new hosting offering. If you pay attention to our website, you may have seen that our hosting pricing page changed to a nice little wizard on different types of frameworks, and then kind of service level agreements on top of it. And that is powered on top of this cool GitLab based deployment flow. So let me just queue this one up and we'll watch how this works. Hi everybody, Franz here with Concrete. I just want to take a second to have Evan show you our new hosting offering. So if you are working on projects that involve custom code, you are jamming on the core, and maybe you have a few different developers, maybe not, maybe it's just you, but you want to keep track of your changes, but you're looking for a DevOps focused hosting option, something where you can use source control and have your changes automatically and thoughtfully pushed up to production, and really lock production down, not have FTP access so you have security concerns later, always be able to kind of see where things came from. This is really cool. So without further ado, here is Evan showing how our DevOps hosting works.
All right.
Well, nope. Not going to show that to you after all. Apparently that's not going to work. I don't know why.
All right.
I think that video might be too huge. I don't think StreamYard likes me playing a big video from my desktop. So my apologies. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you where you can get to it because it is pretty cool. Let me just cue this up. It's cool that we're still broadcasting though. That's amazing because I had to actually quit the browser. if I can play it from our site. So if you go to hosting, you can see right here, Concrete CMS Hosting. We would be happy to host your site. This is all of our DevOps-based stuff. So what you're going to get is a complete copy of Concrete in GitLab. You're going to be able to make changes to that code base, either locally in Git or through GitLab's IDE, which is super sexy web-based and right there. And you commit those changes and whoosh, it goes up to the website. It's like simpler than FTP. So takes a lot for me to say that, but it is impressive to watch it work, which you can do, not when you're streaming with all this nonsense, but if you just come here to hosting and play this video, you'll see what I'd hoped to show you in this very browser-based streaming format that did not work out. So my apologies for that, but please do go check out this. There you go. I'm not going to play it. You can just watch it. It's cool. Let's see. Getting back into things, I wanted to show off a site that we found in the wild. So we do version checks, and it reports back, hey, got a call from this site saying if there's a new version of Concrete, and so it gives us a nice way to kind of see what is out there that is built with Concrete and emerging in the wild. And ran into this one that I think is pretty cool. I think, first off, the name makes me chuckle. Little drugstore. It's like a, thought it was, I saw the URL, I was like, oh, it's got to be like a hip hop artist. It's like, nope.
Little.
This is an actual drugstore from the Midwest. So that's cool. Nothing to do with hip hop. But what is genuinely cool from a business perspective is this is very much the type of blended application type website that we are really pushing Concrete as being a leader in. Obviously, Concrete is an easy way to build a website. We built in context editing a decade ago, and we've always kind of had this idea that it should be as simple to use a word processor managing your site. Seems like a lot of the rest of the world has caught up with that. Some of the other stuff that Concrete does that the rest of the world has not caught up with is there's a very powerful permissions model built into the core. So you don't need to use a lot of third-party extensions. You can rely on the secure security features that are managed by us and used by the Army and invented by our CISO to build things like this, which is a hybrid product catalog dealer website. So you can see, look, you can get to the product catalog, and I don't have a login. No one told me to look at this. I just found it. So I can find these sweet aviator glasses. But as I go through these tabs, it's like, yo, you don't get the selling materials. You're not a reseller. You're not a distributor. But if you had an account, you could log in. You could get to this stuff. Built by Informatics, who is a services partners of ours, and I didn't have a chance to talk with you guys beforehand, but I assume it's awesome. Good job on this. And I would expect that there's all sorts of things that I can do if I log in as a salesperson. I can imagine there being a private area for internal discussions and branded materials, and of course additional information for any of these products that they're using the store for, and I can come in here and learn more about this stuff if I have been properly authenticated. So a really cool kind of use case where you're creating some very clear value for a manufacturer, in this case a distributor, that has physical products and a network of folks that are selling it. And I think it's really cool that people are building Concrete sites that do this kind of stuff. Yeah. So good job, Informatics. Yeah. And good choice, little drugstore. Concrete will serve you well.
Nice.
Let's see. Last thing I wanted to touch on, but now I'm afraid to. I wonder if I can do this on YouTube. Let's see. Well, had a question emerge in the forums. We're into the Q&A, so if you've got a Q, go ahead and ask it, and we'll A. In the meantime, I'll just find one that emerged in the forums. We are scanning the forums every day to make sure that answers are happening, and sometimes it is just really clear that look a little bit more, here we go, found it, that a little bit more guidance would be nice. So if you have a question and you're looking for an answer, the forums is a good place to do it, because you'll probably find someone in the community who's going to answer it faster than even we will. But if you don't, we will eventually find it. And this is a great example of someone saying, look, multi-sites is cool. I want to use it, but wow, it's really intimidating. And it'd be really cool if someone could just kind of help me walk through this. And so voila. Here we are enabling multi-site in Concrete version 9.1. No idea what's going to happen if I hit play here. Probably nothing good. Oh, that seems to actually be working. Miracles. All right. Here I am again, wearing the same shirt, so that's creepy. But I spent 11 minutes setting up multi-site and, get it to a spot where, as I mentioned earlier, shut up, bro. There we go. Here is your 2-up sitemap that you can drag and drop pages between different sitelets, if you will, which, as I mentioned at the beginning of our town hall today, is how we ended up moving all the blog posts around on the .org versus .com site of our own place. So, cool. Okay, yeah, so that is our agenda for today. My apologies for the laggy middle. That was weird, but it seems that we have recovered okay. A little bit over half hour as promised. If you've got questions, you should post them to the forums, and we'll make sure you get answers. And we will see you again in a month.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much. Let's see if I can do the outro, too. And get this all going smooth here. This part right here is not the smoothest. Here we go.